Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome. We're winding down. We're getting closer and closer to So Magical, Florida. Everybody feeling it yet? All right. What is everybody sipping on tonight? While y'all are telling me, we're going to have a vendor/teacher spotlight, and we're going to talk about a bunch of things. I got a couple goodies to show y'all, and lots of fun things on this wine and chat. So y'all stay tuned. It's going to be good. Hello, we got Cherish and we got Michelle. I got 2/3 of my moderator team sitting here. Kathy's here with her can of wine. That's right. You had one of those on the Patreon call, and I think that's the first time I've seen a can of wine. I think is it very bubbly? I meant to ask you that on Patreon, but I didn't. Sprite. Ooh, gotta keep it easy. Still drinking water. Hey, you can't go wrong with water. And it's Dina. Dina was on I went randomly live on YouTube today, and she was on there. Terry Joe, a couple other folks. Oreo milkshake. Ooh, that sounds good. You're having dessert for dinner. And Glenn's on. She's drinking wine, I'm assuming, with her little wine glass. We've got Roberta all the way from Texas. Oh, here we go. Quick reminder, if I don't see your face and name and it just says Facebook user, you can click the link where you're watching this. It says facebook.com/StreamYard. Click it and I get permission to see your lovely face and name. If you don't want to do that, no big deal. Just put your name at the end. You're at Cheddar's listening to us. Wonderful. Say hi to the hubby for us. Sticking to the iced tea. And then let's see. And then we've got Lynette all the way from Tampa. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. Tonight I've got Diet Coke. I kept it simple for myself. But we're going to go ahead and get started with our vendor teacher spotlight. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Lisa from Dragon Girl Design Co. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
One of our, you've been around with us. I mean, you've been coming since the first year, but you've been teaching
since the second year.
Since the second year. So this is your third year now, right?
Yeah.
Third. Wow. So
in second year vending.
In second year vending. That's right. Yeah. Cause you taught the second year.
Yeah.
That's right. So you're back again. It's wonderful. So tell us, what is Dragon Girl Design Co.?
So Dragon Girl Design Co., we do 3D printing. Something that is unique to us is we make magnetic interchangeable ears. Our bows even come off, so everything's interchangeable.
Oh yeah, they pack away beautifully.
Yes, I will show that before we finish up.
I'm sorry, I got excited. I'm like, I know you're. I think I've sat in your booth at other shows too, and I know your pitch. I think.
Yeah, so ears are my main thing. This year, I'm coming out with lights, and I'll show those in a bit. For classes, to make ears, when you're sewing ears, we make a template to make that easy. Actually, I'll show that one first. So what's really cool about this, I should have taken this fabric out of this bag before we started.
Oh yeah, all the crinkles. It's ASMR.
Oh, this noise just drives me crazy. All right. So what's really cool about this template is you take it and you put it over your little guy. Like say I want to cut him out as my ear, and then
you can fussy cut it.
I trace around the outside of this, and that is your fabric.
Okay.
Then you take this and you put it on your foam that would go on the inside, and you trace the inside, and that will be your insert to go inside the ear to make it stand up.
Yeah.
It also does help, like you saw with fussy cutting, if you have specific, design you want to get, make sure he's in there the way you want him to show up.
Right. Yeah.
So
no second guessing it.
No guessing it. So it's got two purposes. So I thought that was kind of cool. If you take our ear class, you get this template with the class. Otherwise, I'll also have some at the booth to sell if you're not taking the class, but you want a template to make your life easier. And then this year's class, we're making these Beauty and the Beast kind of themed ears.
Right.
So on the front, you've got this nice lace overlay with the roses and the hearts. But there's some magic in here.
As there should be in all ears, right?
Do what?
As there should be in all the ears, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, there's a silhouette of beauty on that side, and Lumiere's on this side. This camera's backwards. It's driving me cuckoo.
Yes, it's backwards.
So there's Lumiere on that side. So they do have lights inside. We have a silhouette inside that we're going to put in there. So they're two-sided. So during the day, you wear it this way, and at night you turn your lights on and you wear it this way.
That way. That's super cool.
And this is the first time we've done light up reversible ears in a class. So these are definitely more fun. Do I need the light back on? Yeah, I need the light back on.
Yeah, there you go. We can see you again.
So
Dragon Girl Design Co. is when you're not at So Magical, you're really big on the 3D printed ears and all that. And then when you come to So Magical, you have these extra fun like sewing and crafting things that are made from your 3D printing that you do. So you take one craft that you do and turn it into like another crafting business.
I do.
Super cool.
Last year I had some zipper jigs and tape measure folders. If I get a chance to, we've had printer problems leading into So Magical, so
always.
Hopefully I might have some of those. I think I have some stuff left over from last year, so if I do, that will definitely be there. But got some new ears for this year. I've got some that weren't even at MegaCon.
So, special ones.
You want to see?
Yeah, sneak peek.
Okay, the first ones are Jack and Zero. So there's Zero.
Love it.
And it's hard to tell, but his nose is the pumpkin.
Oh, I see it. That's so cute.
And it even has the little green piece at the top. I mean, I went to the detail.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little difficult to do.
And then Jack. Let's see. So at MegaCon, I did have Mando, and one day I had Baby Yoda, but there's Baby Yoda with his little ears sticking out.
He's so cute.
He's one of my favorites. So, let's see. For my Marvel fans, I've got Captain America and Captain Carter. So you have to be a diehard to know Captain Carter. Yeah. Let's see here.
And I like that you can mix and match. You know, if you really want to mix up all your fandoms, you can.
So there's the 3 rides and there's the 3 ladies.
That's cool.
So for those that are Hocus Pocus fans, especially since the movie just dropped this week.
Yeah, so I saw your question on whether or not you should watch the first one.
Okay, I've watched it years ago. And I like Halloween Town better than Hocus Pocus. So I tend to watch those. So I was like, I don't know if I really remember Hocus Pocus well enough that I would pick up on things on the second one.
I didn't rewatch it, and I would say I still got the references that were there. So I would say just go for it. I think this probably unpopular opinion, but I think the second one was better than the first one. So
awesome. Great.
Yeah, go for it.
So Wilderness Explorer, I had at MegaCon, but I just got these ones off the printer the other day.
Those are
cute. Grape soda to go with your wilderness lot, or not wilderness lot, wilderness badge.
Oh, Rebecca's asking, I'm sorry, what are these? And so if she has your headband. It's better to visually see it than to explain it.
Yeah, I'll put the headband back on. Some of these don't have magnets on them yet, so, you know.
Somebody said Halloween Town over Hocus Pocus. That kind of blasphemy will get you eaten by a chupacabra.
That must have been Kim.
Yeah, I don't see it. Doesn't say the name. But yeah, so Rebecca, if you look, it's their ears.
So,
but they're magnetic and they pop on and off, and you can switch out what you want.
So, I'll do some Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah. It was Kim that said it too.
What?
It was Kim that said it too.
Yeah. We had a running joke before I started tonight. So.
Oh, got it.
Pixar friends, like we got the Ball, and we got Luxo Jr.
Oh yeah,
he's so cute.
It's perfect for if you're going to Disneyland,
or even Hollywood.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Hollywood Studios. I did have these at MegaCon, Darth Maul and Vader.
Oh yeah,
those were very popular.
Kathy wants to know: will these be available at So Magical Expo in the vendor hall?
Yes, all 3 days.
Yep, you're in vendor hall 1.
Yes, Vendor Hall 1. So I will be there all 3 days. All right, these are for Kim that are coming up.
All of those? I just see the
Yes.
stack going higher and higher.
I told her I'd have a Loki set. So there's Loki's helmet.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the TVA.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We've got your variant.
Very cool.
And we have Miss Minutes.
Ms. Minutes is so cute.
And you can mix and match them however you want. You could just do TVA and variant, Miss Minutes and TVA, Loki, and any of these three. That's what's fun about them. Yeah. And what's really cool is all 4 of these ears will fit in a quart-size Ziploc bag. Mm-hmm. 1 or 2 bows will fit in that bag, and the headband, and it'll go into a Loungefly backpack. So they pack down really small. You can take multiples. If you're going to multiple parks, like say you're going to Hollywood, you may want to take, the Pixar, and then you're headed to Animal Kingdom, so you may want the Wilderness, and then you're going over to Epcot. You may want, I did make some Guardian of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewinds. I don't have them printed right now, but if you're a fan of that, I have had those. And then you go to Magic Kingdom, and you can have, I've got so many for Magic Kingdom, it's not even funny. So that's what's really cool is you can take 2 or 3 bows, you could take your sets of ears, and you can go spend a whole day and have a different look at each park or different character meet and greets. So it's all fun and interchangeable.
And I think what I like about them too is you would think they might be heavy because they're 3D printed, but they're actually fairly light.
Yes. Now, you ready to show the new product for the ears for those that don't like headbands?
Oh, yes.
So those of you that complain that headbands make your head hurt.
I'm one of those. And I wore this. I put this on, and this was actually very comfortable. And I hate headbands with fashion. Oh.
And I have lock, shock, and barrel somewhere too. Oh, there they are.
Ogie's my favorite.
So I have this piece. And you have your hat, and any hat that has this kind of like band in it, you slide this into the hat. It's hard to do on camera, so.
Oh yeah. Trying to hold it up.
So my band is inside the hat now.
Yeah, there you go. And it does those little like T pieces just fit down in that.
Yep.
That band.
So they're I hate this camera.
In there. Yep.
They're tucked in there. It's not going anywhere. And then I have these little pieces that lock into the sides up here.
They're just all magneted.
Yep. Oops, I put extra magnets on here. Hold on.
It's going to be extra strong.
Well, the ear's not fitting. So pop him on. And now I've got my ears on my hat.
Yep. Not on your head.
Now, some people do not like ball caps. So 4th of July, I went out to Disney to watch the fireworks. I was like, my outfit, I don't really want a ball cap with it. My sun hat.
A sun hat? That hat ears are even better. Everybody's saying how cool these are, so.
This band is not very big, so it's a little floppy.
Oh, yeah. You just got to find the magnet, right?
Yep.
Wiggle it around a little bit.
Whoops. It's easier once I get it on my head. Hold on. Just because this hat is got a really thin band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super flat. There's no structure to it, so it's a little harder. But then once it's on, there's that one. There's that one.
Cute.
There it is on my floppy hat.
There you go.
And then I also
one-of-a-kind headband.
Do what?
A one-of-a-kind hat and headband. Like you can't buy that at Disney.
No, you can't. And then I have a bucket hat. Now this one does not have one of those bands on the inside. Okay. So
I know you said you were going to try it out, but I didn't know if you were able to figure it out.
It will wiggle throughout the day, so sometimes you have to do some adjusting just because your head wiggles all day.
Of course.
So see how it's kind of wonky? You just have to kind of get it straightened out in the hat, the band straightened out in the hat, and then you can get it on. It does work. It just takes a little more finessing.
So the possibilities are endless is what I'm hearing.
They are. They are endless.
Belinda says you need baby-sized ones now.
So we said that they're not heavy, but they are for kids' heads.
Yeah, I can see that. They're not fully grown.
Yeah. My friend's 12-year-old, he wore the hat system at Hollywood Studios for about half a day. He's like, yeah, I've had enough of this. It's too much on my head. So for the little ones, it does still get to be a bit much for them. Yeah. So even if I scaled them down, I don't think little ones would really appreciate them.
Not as much.
And then for So Magical, I came up with 4 lights, sorry. And these are live on our website now. So if you want to pre-order, you can do that. These are lights. I'm going to turn my light off and see if we can see it. It's hard when there's light on.
But these light up. Colored too. I didn't know they were colored.
Yes. Ooh. So I have red, green, blue, purple, and pink. So.
It's got a hibiscus on it. It's my favorite.
Oops, this one.
I like how this one's non-sewing, but it's crafting for all our non-sewists who come out.
Yes. So there's that one. You mean people like me?
Yes, exactly.
I know I teach sewing classes. I don't sew. I'm learning to sew, but and then this one I haven't gotten a back on it and lights to it yet, but it's the dress forms.
Those are so cute.
So I thought that one was really cute.
Classy.
So this one's not on the website yet because I haven't gotten it fully together and haven't gotten pictures of it, but it will be up soon. Those are going to be $25.
And those are the larger size?
The large lights, yes.
Okay.
And the reason we say that is we do have some small ones. So these are all on the website too. Be Fearless.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, here's one that has a light in it.
Oh, for all my cruise people out there.
Yep.
And I was telling you before, but I really think these are great for cruise ships because we always try to bring little flashlights for Luke whenever, so he can get to the bathroom and not turn on all the lights in our tiny cabin. Yeah, that one's a great one too. I love that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then this one says feeling a little beachy.
Yes, this one's perfect for a cruise ship. I'm gonna have to get one for our next cruise.
And then for our Gator fans,
I need a UCF one.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
We live in.
I'm not even a Gator fan. I made that for a family member.
Well, so. I guess that's all right.
Is that all my stuff like that? I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we did forget something.
Uh-oh.
So everybody that comes to SME, regardless if it's a no class pass all the way through VIP plus, you're going to get one of these in your goodie bag. And you're probably going to go, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? If you ever go to Aldi and you forgot your quarter, you can now get your shopping cart because you can put this on your keychain. And when you go up, instead of putting a quarter in, you slide it into the slot. It'll pop the thing out and you can go shopping. And when you go back, pop it back out.
Nice.
On the little paper. Yes. And on the little paper here, it does explain what it is and how to use it. Also, this is going to give you a code for 15% off my shop. And it's good till 2022. And I will go ahead and tell you guys it's SME 2022.
Nice.
So when you check out, put in SME 2022. I will make sure it goes live tonight. And so if you want to pre-order anything, you can do that. If you pre-order anything, let me know that you're going to be at So Magical, and I'll refund your shipping cost so that if you want to pick it up at SME.
Oh, cool. That's really neat of you.
So
Constance wants to know, how long does the battery light last and the lights?
Okay, so these little ones, and it's the same lights in the little ones and the big ones. The difference is the big ones have 2 battery packs. I have run them all day at a show, and I have run them 4 days at MegaCon, and I've run them for 3 days at another show, and they're still going. But what's really cool is I make it so that you can take the screws out and it just uses the little button batteries.
Nice.
So if it dies,
you can change it out.
You can change it out. Yeah.
Do you take custom requests?
Definitely.
Get this question here.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Custom requests? Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because she was saying, can you make it in a tiger? So to me, that's a custom request.
So the ear or the light?
Oh, good question. Kathleen, that's a question to you for the ears or the lights.
So I had a custom request.
Oh, nice.
So that's why.
These colors are really pretty too.
Thank you. So
she said in the lights.
Yeah, I can do customs. I've got some dinosaur ones. I just didn't show them, but I have a Stegosaurus and I have a Triceratops. And, those were custom requests from a friend of ours for their kids. So, so I don't know if you can tell, but some of the black isn't very shiny. It's kind of like just it's not matte, but it doesn't have like a sheen to it.
Right.
But this blue and this orange has a sheen to it in the white.
That's what I was saying. The colors are like really popping, at least on the camera.
So I use a lot of silks is what it's called. It's the shiny stuff. So here you can see like the pink of his ears shiny, but this is matte. Oh, I didn't get my light. So this one is reactive to black light. Some of my filaments react under black light. It doesn't glow. It's UV reactive.
Okay.
I do print in some glow. I do not put glow on my website because glow and I have a love-hate relationship. We don't always get along. So like Jack, the ones I showed you, those do glow in zero, right. But I don't guarantee that like that's what they're gonna be. Sometimes I just do it on white because it doesn't work.
That makes sense. All right. Did you have anything else that you wanted to show off product wise? I think that was everything you showed me.
I think that was everything.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about your classes now.
Yes.
What classes are you teaching? You showed me.
So like I said, we're doing the light up reversible ears. Mm-hmm. And then we're doing a dog collar and dog leash class. Excuse me. Let me get some
water. You have 2 of those classes. One's booked up, but the other one, when I looked this morning, it looked like there's still some seats available. So if anybody's interested in doing that, there are.
That would be the dog collar and dog leash. So we're making it for like a medium/large dog, but don't be discouraged if you have like a small dog or a giant breed dog. What we are doing is teaching you the way to make one. We're going to give you the directions on how to size the collar up or down. All of our leashes are going to be 6 feet, even though a 4-foot leash is my favorite. It seems like most people like a 6 foot, so we're doing a 6-foot leash.
I like to keep Zeus really close.
There's never a reason for my dog to be 6 feet away from me if I'm out with her. So I believe in 4 feet. 6 feet's nice if you're taking them out to go potty, but after that, if I'm walking, 2 to 4 feet. Actually, 2-foot leash is my favorite. Oh my god! But I have bigger dogs. If you have an itty bitty dog, you're not
difficult. Sorry, it's already on the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, for the larger dogs, a 2-foot's my favorite.
That's really cool, and I like it because I know pet related classes were always a request, so everybody seems to be really loving that idea.
Oh, and the fabric is different than what's on the picture. We're going to have dog paws.
Oh, that'll be
gonna be a black background with like multicolored dog paws. So it's gonna be really cute. It'll work for boys. It'll work for girls. Everybody's included. So that was the hard part. It was so hard to find something that like wasn't for a girl dog because there's not as many cool things that work for the boy dogs.
Yeah. So. Try to keep it as neutral colored as possible. Black and white.
Hey, we like black and white in our family. We have Dalmatians.
There you go.
So,
speaking of dogs, she hears me talking.
Oh, you hear mine barking?
Yeah. They must hear each other right now.
No, that'd be my deaf one that's barking. She's the vocal one.
Okay, well, never mind then. All right. So you have seats available still in dog collar and leash, and I'd have to double check, but I don't think we have any left in light up ears, but you can always go onto the website and check out if there's any availability.
So, and I do want to give a shout out. Salty Sews this coming Wednesday is doing a class here in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So they're one of our vendors and teachers. I'm going to their class because, like I said, I'm still learning to sew.
Oh, yeah.
So
it makes it really easy.
Come join me learning how to sew with Salty Sews. Those ladies are awesome. They've given me such a boost of confidence to be able to do this stuff. So
yeah, I hands down agree. Which one is this one this week? Is it
trash can?
The trash can. Oh, that's a good pattern too. That's a free pattern by Lauren Mormino, and it's a really good beginner class. And I mean, it comes in so handy. I use it everywhere.
I was like, oh, I need one of those. I've always got trash in my car, so maybe it'll help me keep it in one spot.
Well, did you have anything else that you wanted to share with us?
I think that's it. Like I said, SME 2022, 15% off on the website. I will go get that done tonight. Make sure it's live. And if you want to pick it up at SME, message me after you check out. I'll go refund your shipping. That way you can just pick it up and you won't pay the shipping fee.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate it, Lisa. And we'll be seeing each other here very shortly.
Got kits done for the ears almost. Got like one more thing to do. And then it's the collars and leash.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close. It's just under. Yeah, this is 7th. Just under 4 weeks away.
Scary.
It's gonna be
not in a bad way. It's just trying to get everything together. It gets to be a little overwhelming for those of us teaching or vending and and all that. But then when we get there, we're all having fun and excited to be there.
Exactly. Oh, yep. They confirmed Light Up Ears is currently sold out on the website. So
awesome. Okay.
But if they want to come take dog collar, or if they want to get the template for the ears, they can come stop by your booth in Vendor Hall 1.
Yep.
All right.
We'll have a few of those, and if I run out, depending on when you come by my booth, if you come by like on a Friday, I can always order them or print them the night before and bring them in the next day. So if you get towards like Sunday and we're running low, I'll have some extras printed up. So don't freak out, or I'll ship them to you.
The perk of being an Orlando vendor.
Yes, and I'm actually coming home every night. So if I have to throw something on the printer, I can.
Nice. Very cool.
So we went from having the 3 printers with 2 only doing one color to one of them now. One of those 2 that only did one color now is going to eventually be doing multicolors up to 7 colors. And we have another printer on the way that's going to do 4 colors. So I will be able to get a lot more done at one time. And when I have crashes like I've had recently, it won't affect me as much. So
yeah.
So next year it'll be a lot easier.
Well, that's good. Well, I appreciate it, and we'll be seeing each other very soon.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, hang out with me a little bit longer, y'all. We are gonna chat some more, and y'all can ask questions as we're going along. We're still hanging out. And I just wanted to, I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but again, ask questions because we are getting really close. And so I did do a random live today on YouTube, and that was good because some folks got on and asked some questions. So if you're not on our YouTube, go ahead and subscribe there and turn on your notifications. So if I randomly go live while I'm working on orders or working throughout the day, you can ask your questions away. All right. So I did want to say, for those who were like asking about fabric, duckies, getting spirit jerseys ahead of time and hoodies and joggers and stuff, we do have the swag shop currently open. All the apparel is on an ongoing pre-order. I have a huge selection here in-house already, but if I don't have your exact size and color and I'm able to order it, I will go ahead and put that in. It just slows down my turnaround time just a little bit. So when you do that, just keep that in mind, that if you order something with apparel, like fabric plus apparel, it won't ship out until that apparel is ready. But if I have it in stock, I will make it within that week and get it out to you. And so because we do custom make everything on demand, we do have like a week-long turnaround time. The hurricane slowed us down just a couple days. So anybody who ordered right before the hurricane or during, those were, some of them got shipped out today, and then the rest are going to get shipped out tomorrow. So that's what I was doing on the YouTube live. Okay, so some questions coming in. How do you get a vendor application? If you go onto the website, I'll actually show you as well. Let's see. I'm going to go to, if you go onto sewmagicalexpo.com, our website, you can go onto the Get Involved tab here. If you click that and then you scroll down, there's actually a few applications on here. There's the teacher application. Actually, Texas shouldn't be on here anymore. Um, but there's the vendor application here. So you can click both Texas and or Tennessee. Florida dates will be out very, very, very soon. I promise they're coming out, but Florida 23 dates will drop soon. Then there's the sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor for any one of our shows, volunteer. And we also have the fashion show. So speaking of that, if you're going to want to do the fashion show, please fill this out within the next week or 2 weeks, because I do want to get those tallies done. Technically, we said we were going to do it 1 month prior to the event. We did cut that off earlier than we have in the past years, just because we really want to get all the information lined up in a good order and get that information out to you before the show if possible. If we have last minute additions, it's kind of hard to make sure everybody's in the right category. So if you can, go and fill these out as soon as you can, that'd be wonderful. But that's where you go on and go get your vendor application if you're interested in that. And then if you're not a vendor, but you really want a certain vendor to come, send them that link and tell them that you want them to come to a show. And they can submit it, and then we will answer all their questions that they have. So you just tell them, mosey on over. Yes. So all the swag is on our website under the shop section. There is, you click that and it goes, I can show you that as well, but there's tickets, there's the swag items and all that. Yes. So the swags, and yes, the spirit jerseys are super soft. This one is the royal blue color. I know. So we try to take photos of all the spirit jerseys, all the apparel we have, because we found that the product images that we were getting from our wholesalers were the colors. I apologize for the dogs, but the colors were slightly off, and we wanted it to be as true to color as we could. So this is a royal blue. So it's the normal blue color. And then there is the Maui blue is like a lighter blue. And then we've got navy that's almost black. So just go through there and flip through it. But yeah, they're all on there. This one is actually my So Magical Texas one that I made myself. So all of the spirit jerseys on the back say So Magical Expo. We're not currently doing the option to put the state on there or on the front. This was kind of like a one-off thing we were doing. But yes, so all of them come with So Magical Expo on the back. And then you get to choose your front and left chest design that you want. And there's 21 options currently. So all the Florida 2022 designs are on there, which is really neat. But yeah, those are all up there. Is there a list on the website who will be in Vendor Hall 1 or 2? That list is getting updated and will be announced at least 1 week prior, so you know who's going to be there on which day. So for anybody that doesn't know, Vendor Hall 1 is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and all the maps and the layouts of where everything at is going to be available 1 week prior to the event. And everybody will get programs when they get there as well that have the maps in it, that have who all the vendors are, all the sponsors. It has all the schedules in it. So everything, like the latest information, will be printed out and available for your fingertips, but also updated on the website. So about 1 week prior, you'll know for sure who's in what room. Vendor Hall 2 is only open on Saturday and Sunday to the public. And that's a fairly large room. So that's why you see some classrooms are only open on Saturday and Sunday, because there's 2 classrooms that are in that hall as well. And as well as the stage. So again, all those layouts, the maps and everything will be out 1 week prior. Okay, let's see. Okay, great question, Matt. He filled out the form for volunteering, but I haven't heard anything yet. So You're going to hear this a lot tonight. At least 1 week prior to the event, we will reach out to anybody who applied to volunteer that we will be selecting. Not that we're like picking and choosing. It's just based off of what you said that you wanted to help volunteer in and based on your time availability. So we're going through and structuring that, figuring out the best time to make sure that we're not impeding on anybody's time at the expo and getting an even amount of people in each place. So you don't have to do anything. You just sit tight and we will reach out to y'all very, very soon because it's only a few weeks away. Does So Magical Expo ever come to the West Coast? Would love to attend so bad. As of right now, our only 3 shows that we are confirmed to be located at are Orlando, Florida, or technically Kissimmee, Florida, but it's Orlando, Florida, at the Gaylord Palms next month in November. In February 17th through the 19th at Grapevine, Texas, which is really Dallas, Texas. And then in Nashville, Tennessee, June 30th through July 2nd. And that one's, I believe it's actually Nashville. So at the Gaylord Opryland. So currently, those are the only locations we have. We are working on some fun things for 23 and 24. We are going to be adding quite a bit more things. So if you can't make a SME, we're trying to make sure we reach as many of y'all in some fun capacity in some part of the US. So stay tuned. We're working towards it. We're trying to really expand, but expand in a way that we're not going to go too big too fast, if that makes sense. So we're getting there, and we'll try to make it out to the West Coast eventually, as soon as we can. Who knows what's going to work? You never know. Yes, come to Texas. Texas is going to be a hoot. We've got an industrial machine supplier. We just got a domestic machine supplier lined up for there. And we've got lots of great vendors already confirmed and announced on the website, and we've popped them on social media. Tennessee, we're going to start announcing those folks who have already signed to be vendors. I think we're already up to 10 or so for there as well. So both the lists keep growing, and we're just getting on that social media train and getting that information out to y'all. Keep the questions coming. That's what I'm here for tonight. Each one in chat that we do as we get closer, I know there's gonna be more questions. So this is one of the best ways to ask. Come and just ask it here. And it won't be as hot. Correct, Roberta. Who will not be as hot. So I don't know if y'all saw, but today we officially hit 6,000 people in our group. I can tell you this day, 2 years ago, I remember sitting at Gaylord Palms when we had our show. There 2 years ago in 2020, which was COVID year, and it was mind-boggling the amount of love and support that we got, even though the show was so small. And we really should have canceled, but we didn't want to because the folks that did come, I felt like they really did need it to get that break away from everything. And it was so fun, even though it was small. It was so fun. And I remember sitting in the hotel room at the end of that show. It was getting close to midnight, and we were so close to 1K, and we hit it right before the end of the day. So before the end of our second ever show, we hit 1K. And so I can still remember that to this day. And the fact that we made 6K in 2 years just blows my mind. And I can't thank y'all enough for supporting my dream and allowing me to do this every day. So I absolutely love it. Yes, Kathleen, I'm super excited that we're coming to Texas. It's going to be so freaking fun. Any more spoilers on swag bags? I think I do have some. Did I bring any in here? I didn't, but let me tell you, at least 12 more boxes arrived today with swag bag stuff. I'm a little concerned that the VIP bags might not be big enough now, but it's gonna be great. But real quick before we move on any further, so the 6K giveaway, we are going to do at least at least a VIP of your choice for 2023 for any one of the 3 shows that we have. And I already know, I never ask, but I already know that there is a handful at least of vendors who and sponsors of ours who want to participate as well. So I think there's going to be a lot of good goodies, and we're going to try to do that before Florida, before November. So I'll try to get all that information gathered up, and we can announce the giveaway and how we do it, and it'll be super fun and lots of fun prizes to go around for everybody. But any spoilers on the swag bags? I can tell you, Hartwind and Hyde stopped by the other day, and they brought some goodies. I think they're in the other room. I don't even have them in here. Yeah, they're in the other room because I was showing them off to Miss Becky when she came to work the other day. But so there's some goodies in the VIP, and they even did it for the standard bags. So really cool stuff. I think So Awesome Supplies had their welcome bag items arrive today. I think another box from Lauren Mormino popped up today of goodies. That might be her 3rd bag of goodies. So there's quite a few good things. Let me tell you, the price of your ticket alone is worth that goodie bag that you're getting this year. Let me tell you, it is. It's chock full of amazing things. So I can't give them all away, but it's gonna be. I don't think y'all will be disappointed. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Oh, I did want to show y'all that about the Teacher Spotlight blog. I'm going to share that with y'all. If you go over to our website, if I can find it, there we go. If you go onto our website and go to the top where it says blog, right now we've got 2 of our teacher spotlights up here. We've got Julie and we've got Catherine. And I do know there's 2 more in work getting ready to drop from one of our team members here. And they're really good. Click on them, read through them. There's lots of really cool information and backstories on some of these teachers who are coming. Both Julie and Catherine are actually both teachers and vendors. It's really cool to read through this. And see where they're coming from. And of course, gotta love Anna. She puts a countdown at the end. So it's 27 days if you didn't know. But check out the Teacher Spotlight blog. I really, really love these and how just learning more about their stories, because we do it here on the spotlights. But, sometimes people open up more when it's written word and not spoken word. So I really love that. SMAS is located in your town. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Anyone who has an extra edge coat from Mojo Sews can sell it to me. Yeah, unfortunately, Michelle from Mojo could not be a vendor this year. If you follow her, you probably know why. She is getting ready to be a mom for the first time. So congrats to her. But she did donate to the VIP bags alone 1 jar of her edge coat. I actually, on the Patreon live, I just made this because we were hanging out, and that's probably the only time I ever get to sew. But I used her edge coat, and I'll be honest, this is the first time I used edge coat. So nobody judge my edge coating skills. I was just figuring it out. I was just playing with it. But it was really easy, and it was so nice. And it's, I don't know. I liked it. It was fun to do. It's like just painting. And it dried really fast, I feel like. I didn't have to wait long between the coats or anything. But yeah, so Kathy, yeah, the edge coat will be some good stuff right there. It's hard stuff to get a hold of. Ooh, hi Alfie. I see you on here. The blogs are amazing, Kathy. I really love them. So please go and read them and send some love to some of these vendors. Oh goodness. I was thrilled with the swag bag I got last year for the 1-day pass. Yeah. There's some really good stuff on there. Sorry. Text messages just pop up out of nowhere. Edge code gives such a nice finish. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Okay, so yeah, so teacher spotlight and then the swag bags, lots of good stuff. Oh, Heartwood and Hyde is in your town. I apologize. I saw SAS for some reason. Oh, you're looking forward to SAS being in there in person. Yes. Okay, got it. Yeah, Heartwood and Hyde got hit by the hurricane, but they ran a sale when that happened, and they said they were so grateful to the community for sharing that, having their back, and just spending money to help them out. And it just kind of showed how amazing everybody is in this community for them, and for those who like need it, for those that need help. So it was great to see. Um, okay, I see the caveat where it says sewing lounge. So what I do, okay, so this is what made me laugh, the swing lounge. We don't have a swing lounge, I promise. But the sewing lounge, the Sew Magical Lounge, for 2022, yes. 2023, the no class passes actually did change, but for 2022, Florida, um, the So Magical Lounge and the D-Stash Bash and the Fashion Show are included in the no class passes as well. But if you look at 2023 tickets, please read through the chart on what's included in each pass. Please really read through that, and please read our refund policy. It is at the bottom of our website, and we also do build it into every ticket purchase. So you're agreeing to those terms and policies when you do purchase a class kit or a pass from us. I do like to compare it to a concert. Let's say Kevin Hart's in Miami. Not that we're Kevin Hart, but I love Kevin Hart. He's great. So let's say Kevin Hart has a show in Miami and then he has one in Dallas. Well, guess what? They're not letting you refund your ticket. You just resell it to the next person if you want. We do allow that. You can sell your ticket and transfer it off to somebody. I have no problem with that. If you do that, you have to message support at sewmagicalexpo.com. Tell them your ticket order number. Tell them who is buying it and their email. And that person does need to create an account. And that's how we get everything moved over. And then but you can't transfer between one show to another because those are two different locations. The pricing and everything like that is not the same. While it's the same show, there might be some differences in it. You know what I mean? So that's how I like to compare it. So we don't do refunds, and we don't do transfers between any of our events. So just to kind of clarify that. And the only reason we allowed class kit refunds this year was because of the website issue, but that is a standard policy that we don't transfer or refund any of our class kits. So just something to keep in mind going forward. We don't have a swing dancing lounge. Oh goodness. I know there is the poll is up for Texas on doing the meetups and exchanges. And one meetup, somebody put line dancing lessons, and I kind of want to see this come to fruition somehow. I don't know how it will, but I want to see it. How many vendors do you usually have show up? So I will tell, for Florida this year, we're at 40 or 41 right now. And we did completely cut it off. We have one vendor we haven't announced yet who just signed on last minute. But other than that, I think it's 40 or 41. And Texas and Tennessee will be slightly smaller because that is the first year that we're doing those locations. So we expect it to be about the size we were last year, which will probably be around 20 to 30-ish vendors. But ask anybody that came last year. It was a lot of fun. So lots of unique vendors as well too. Don't limit my fun. I'm all for what happens at the 80s party stays at the 80 parties, but that may be a step too far. Yeah, I don't know about swing dancing. We'll have some good 80s music going. I did talk to the Gaylord rep. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. I didn't put it in my notes, but so For any of those that have been to Gaylord Palms before and know where we were at before, in the atrium, there's a spot called the Cocoa Bean, which is their coffee shop. It is a Starbucks shop. Couldn't tell you if the Starbucks gift cards and the app work there or not. I don't know that situation. I'm not super well versed in the Starbucks situations, ordering and whatnot. But that is going to be under refurbishment. However, great thing that we're not in the atrium anymore. We're in the convention center. And guess what's right in front of our room? A smaller version of the Cocoa Bean. So I know some folks were planning on buying wine from the Cocoa Bean. And the little marketplace that's right across from it, that will also be under refurbishment. Don't fret. You can still go to Wreckers and buy your bottle of wine. And make sure that you have a Gaylord purchased bottle of alcohol if you want to bring that to the Sodally 80s party. Sodally 80s sleepover. That's what it is. Sodally 80s pajama party. Dang it, Debbie. What is the name of the party? But if you want to bring it to that or the paint party or anything like that, per Gaylord rules, you're not supposed to bring outside food and beverage in. So, just so you know, Cocoa Bean and Marketplace, where you normally can buy your bottle of wine, will not be open. However, you can still go to Gaylord. You can still go to Wreckers and say Gaylord. Wreckers is the sports bar and grill, which is right in front of the convention area as well. So it's still super close. And it will be on the way to a lot of y'all's rooms. Sodally 80s, so over. Thank you. It was a mouthful. Sewing Studio from Maitland will be our vendor again, and classroom vendor. They have a room full of machines all weekend. Will Gaylord employees be checking your receipts? Not that I'm aware of. Even if you get your alcohol from Gaylord, it's not frowned upon to put it in a tumbler. So, all I say is, everybody go get your very sewing related tumblers and bring it with you. I have mine on me when we're walking around at night. Okay, no, we're not sleeping over the room. I do have to preface this though, because somebody made a joke about bringing cots, and sometimes I can't tell if people are joking or not. And I just want to put it out there: I am not allowed to let anybody sleep in any of the convention areas. While the So Magical Lounge is open 24/7, nobody's allowed to sleep in there. So just keep that in mind. So the marketplace wasn't necessarily the quickest place for quick bites. What I've been suggesting to everybody is go ahead and download the Marriott app. Even if you're not staying on there, I highly suggest downloading that app. All the restaurants, their times that they're open during that weekend, their menus and everything are on there. If you're staying at Gaylord, on the Marriott app, you can go on there and you can order food from the app, and then you can go pick it up, which is really convenient if you're going in between classes. And let's say you want to get something from Wreckers, or there's another place, I'm blanking on the name of it, but it's like a buffet style. That one's a really good quick thing if you want it as well. And then I think there's two or three other restaurants in there. And then there's also, so Marketplace is closed, but then there's the other store. Couldn't tell you the name of it, but to me, it's like, the stores that are in the airport that have like the magazines, the souvenirs, your drinks and your snacks and everything. It's like that's still open. And that is on the hallway that leads into the convention center from the atrium. So download the app or go onto Gaylord's website if you are an app fan, and go look there, look at the layouts that they have and where all these places are. But those are really convenient to grab things from. Key West area. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a quick grab store in the Key West area too, which is closer to the outskirts a little bit, like where the pool-ish entrance is. Anyone going to Disney Springs as a group? Hey, if y'all want to post in there and you want to post an event in there that you're trying to get a big group together to go to Springs or wherever, you're more than welcome to. I think that's really cool. Yeah, by the boat restaurant. Yeah, that one's tucked back a little bit. Yeah, but again, all the maps and layouts will be out ahead of time. So hopefully you guys can get your bearings. You all can get your bearings on where everything's at. Great questions, y'all. I'm loving it. Bring it on. One of the things I did want to show y'all. Are we going to be downstairs or upstairs in the convention building? Technically both. So again, when I'm gonna do a video as well. I did one the other day for the vendors, but we're probably gonna do another one that kind of shows you where we walk through. And the vendor hall 2 is located on the very bottom floor of the convention area. So, but that's not necessarily the bottom floor of Gaylord. If you come in from the atrium into the convention area, you have to take an escalator down to get to the exhibit hall area, which is where vendor hall 2 is, or you have to take an escalator up to get to where our other rooms are. It's like a weird mezzanine level. And but for anybody coming in from the parking garage, it's so convenient. Like all our rooms are right there off the parking garage. It's very little walking if you're parking. And if anybody got the coastal rooms at Gaylord, those are the closest rooms to where we're at this year because we're in the coastal section for most of our rooms. And then the next closest is Emerald Bay rooms after that. So but again, all the maps will be out and we'll try to do video of where everything is. I'll probably be going to Gaylord again before the month's over and show y'all the layout of everything. Worst case scenario, I'll do it when I get there on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Can we Instacart to Gaylord? I would suggest putting the Gaylord address into Instacart and getting your answer that way. That's all I can say. You can go into any one of the apps that have food or other types of delivery. And if you just put in the Gaylord addresses, if it shows up that it has anything there, then there's nothing to say that you can't. I am not, I'm supposed to just tell y'all that no food or beverage is allowed. No outside food and beverage is supposed to be allowed at Gaylord. Yep. Again, great questions. I'm here for all the questions tonight. One thing I wanted to show y'all that we're still working on the printing settings of it and how it's going to look. But I told y'all about the vendor scavenger hunt that we did last year and how we're changing it a little bit. We decided to go away from the ribbons just because of the amount of cost and how many ribbons it would be. I mean, 40 vendors is a lot, y'all. That's not to say some of the vendors are printing off their own ribbons and bringing them just for fun. So if you have been to a con before, like a Comic-Con, or even I've been to some non-fandom conventions that do it. If you bring the ribbons, like here, I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. These are some like we had left over from last year, and I still give these out when I go to shows because I think some of them are cute. When you stitch upon a star, so these are these little ribbons, and they're sticky on the top. You peel this off, and you put them on the bottom of your badge. Simply irresistible. I can't remember which vendors did what. And there's a do or do not. There is no try. So these are really fun. They're like a little trading thing. Somebody asked in the group if you made little trinkets or whatever that you wanted to give out or trade, you're more than welcome to do that. I think that is so fun. I love that when I go to shows. When I went to Dragon Con, there's this whole sub Facebook group to Dragon Con that is called Swag and Seek, where people just drop swag throughout the hotel. I mean, mind you, there's 80,000 people that go to that show. It's nuts, but they just drop swag or they swap it with people. And so we had like little meetups. So I would go and I would just be like, here's a ducky. Like, I would get really cool swag back. And then we would trade ribbons. There's a whole ribbon trading thing, but it's really fun. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But back to my point about vendor scavenger hunt, we decided to do things a little differently. We're not sure if it's going to be a sticker or stamp yet, but we're making it to where nobody can cheat. And I was talking to our graphic designer, like, hey, this is what I want to do. But she took my idea and went to another level. Again, I'm playing with the print settings to make sure it prints correctly. But it's a So Magical Expo passport. Look how cute this is. And then when you open it up, again, I told you I'm playing with the print settings. Nobody judge it yet. It explains to you. So what you're going to do, and you can put your name in and like a little journal too, which is really cool. But then on the next tab, it's got all the vendors in alphabetical order with little boxes so you can check them off as you go. And then as you go to the vendors, you can go and get your stamp or your sticker from each one of them. Once you've collected all of them, and you can't just like go up and be like, hey, give me my thing. You got to interact with them. It's going to be really fun. But as you go along and do this, once you get all of them, you get a special raffle ticket for a grand prize. Like, that's not even in the normal raffle that we have. It is a free of entry. As long as you got a pass and you can get into the vendor halls, you can participate in this, even if you're no class pass. This is going to be really fun. All the vendors are excited about it. I'm really excited about it. And I just think it's so dang cute. Look how, like, she even did in the background. I just love this so much. So, and even the back. Can't go wrong. So this will be a really fun way to go interact and see all the different vendors there are. Stickers, and I will try to peel them off later and put them in the craft room. We will see. We're still trying to narrow down which option we're going to go with, but it'll be, I just think this is so stinking cute. I was so happy. She's like, let's just do it separate and let's make it a passport. So I just, I'm thrilled. And I think it's crazy to see how many vendors are listed here. So if anybody's ever been around from the first year will know, like, this is mind blowing to me. And I just think it's so neat how many amazing small businesses that we have in the community that are coming out this year. And so I really want you all to buy from every single one of them. Okay, sorry. So I just wanted to show you a little sneak peek of that. It's going to get printed out a little bit nicer and put together a little bit better. But I was too excited not to share like the little draft one that we did. Just missing questions. Instacart. Okay. Can we have it in our room, our hotel room? Again, what I don't see, I don't know. I know people have done it in the past. I just know what I am supposed to tell y'all. Read between the lines on that. And then you can read some of these people's comments as well. All right. So I showed you that. Okay. I will say I'm getting ready to probably take down machine rentals. I am almost out of the ability to have machine rentals on Saturday. I still have room on Friday and Sunday, but Saturday is always the big class day. It's where people take the most classes. So we're getting close to the hitting our capacity on our number of machines we have, and we just bought a lot. So just so you know, if you see it come down, or you see to where none of the Saturday classes are available, or the Saturday rental, or the all weekend, that's why. I'll probably just strip down Saturday and then leave Friday and Sunday for those who need it. But just so y'all are aware about that. Okay. One question we always get that I like to reiterate everyone in chat up until we get there is parking passes are half off if you're driving in for the day. If you're staying the night at Gaylord, it's in your room bill, and it should be, as long as you booked your room through So Magical, your parking should be half off. If not, go talk to the folks at the front desk and they can help you. I cannot physically help you. I don't have access to anything in that Gaylord system, but the people at the front desk, as long as you show them your badge and everything and you show that you're part of the group, they should be able to take care of that for you. If you're coming and parking for the day, when you come to the So Magical Expo check-in desk, not the Gaylord, but the So Magical check-in desk, you're going to come up to us and you're going to say, hey, I parked. Can I get my parking pass? That's all you got to do. We're not going to give it to you automatically because we don't know who's staying the night or who's parking. So please just ask for your parking passes. And it is not an in and out parking pass. So if you leave for the day and come back and leave again, you do have to pay for parking twice. That is not my policy. That is Gaylord's policy. And we're just happy that we got y'all half off. So just keep that part in mind. I did say this before, but all maps, room layouts, and all the extra information will come out 1 week prior to So Magical. So we're going to get that to you in all its entirety. All right. I love asking this question. We're getting closer. Any of the veterans have advice for the newbies, or do the newbies have questions that they really, really want answered that they wish somebody from, like, not me, but somebody from So Magical would tell them, like, who's been going? And keep in mind, if you are a newbie, there is a newbies meetup on early check-in. So early check-in is on Thursday night at Wreckers. I usually have like my own little table where I'm set up, or one of my teams set up, and we hand you all your stuff. And then you can go ask the waitress if you want to sit down and at a table. We don't really get the tables reserved. Just because we can't guarantee how many people are going to sit and stay. Some people just come and grab their stuff and go. But I usually get a table of my own. And then you can sit and have food and drinks or whatever. And then, as you want to come up and grab your stuff, you can. But Suzanne's going to have a table that's going to be for newbies. So if you want to, in a quieter, safer environment, ask questions and kind of get some of your newbie jitters out of the way, you can go do that. Suzanne's a veteran, and she's going to have a couple other veteran smears sitting there as well. So that's really fun. Oh, this is a great question. Did you end up buying more than you planned? I get the question a lot, like, how much should I budget for it? I can't tell you how much to budget for. That's a hard one. You got to come in. That's a personal decision. Let's say that. Kathy says she'll be there with the newbies. Oh, this is a good bit. Bring another suitcase in your suitcase to pack all your goodies that you buy. Yeah. Or you can also ship from the hotel. They do have a way to ship out. There is a FedEx office inside. It's like right near the convention area. There's a FedEx office that you can use. And I do know some people I did get like flat rate boxes and ship stuff home. Kat says, alcohol. That's my advice for newbies. Or if you don't do alcohol, dessert. One of the two. Whatever your crutches. Ooh, that's a good one too, Lynette. Wear comfortable shoes and be prepared to make trips to your car or room. Yes. We will have the closet. The closet is its own room this year. So that was a great segue, Lynette. So you can bring your stuff to the closet and store it there. We do have a staff member or volunteer sitting there. So it's nice and safe. And then you can come check in and out. That is only in front of Vendor Hall 1 though. So keep that in mind. Again, when you see all the layouts, it'll click to y'all. Glenn said, I bought so much more than I planned. That's me, Melanie. Oh, Glenn will be there for the newbie questions as well. That's awesome. So Glenn was a newbie last year. And so she's like a very fresh newbie, which is even better. So you've got different levels of veterans that'll be around. I don't know. So if your profile is not coming up, you have to click where you're watching this and hit streamyard.com/Facebook and give them permission for me to see your face and name. Oh, that's a great idea. Pack a box for shipping. I'm not going to lie. So I recently discovered these boxes. I'm going to show you these boxes I got. And if you bought vinyl from me in the past couple of weeks, you might have gotten this. And these are the greatest things ever. Miss Becky found these because I'm like, I need a flat rate shipping option for vinyl. It doesn't exist. She goes, yes, it does. I was like, no, it doesn't. Have you seen these boxes? Hello. So this one's the medium. You can fit, how tall is it? I think you can fit a whole yard of vinyl in here. And she uses these to store her vinyl at her house, which I think is hilarious. And I mean, you're still limited to 70 pounds. Normally it has the dimensions on it, but I don't see it. Oh, I have a shorter one made up too. But I tripped on my cord. Un momento. Okay. All the cords around. Okay, so they're both on my lap evenly. This one ends here, and the other one goes down here. So this one holds an 18-inch roll comfortably. Plus, I was able to get like a whole thing of like bamboo lycra in here. And you can fit about 2 rolls on the inside. You can squeeze 3, but these are really cool. So I have been shipping in the small size. I have a ton of these boxes of the big ones. So I might just bring them for free for D-Stash Bash for anybody that wants to like ship out some of their vinyls. That way it's just convenient for y'all. And I'll just have it in the D-Stash Bash room in the free section. You can grab them if you want them. Because I didn't realize how big the mediums were. I thought they were going to be a lot smaller. Checking luggage is cheaper than shipping. I'm not going to disagree. I'm just, there's options out there. Oh, yeah. Bring a sweater. It may be chilly. Yeah. The rooms do fluctuate in temperature. We try to keep them as cool as possible because of the amount of people we have and the doors opening and closing. But sometimes they do get a little nippy in there. So just dress for not Florida weather, but like fluctuating inside weather. And Gaylord's really, really good about keeping the building pretty cool, even when it's hot or cold outside. So just kind of keep that in mind. Oh, and Lillian will also be at the newbie table, and she's been a vet since year 1. Lillian's one of the few that have been with me since the very beginning, and still making it strong each year. Oh, my So Magical goodies. Yeah, it was the first time I had seen those boxes too, so I was very happy to find them, to be able to give people a flat rate shipping option for vinyl. It made it very, very easy. And in some cases, it was cheaper to ship that way than it was to ship first class mail. Okay, Lisa just said that her code is now live. So if you watched earlier, you can check that out. But also here's the code for 15% off her website. Oh, and she's got a code for pickup. So this is the code for pickup. Thank you, Kat. Kat got the dimensions for me. They are multi-purpose. So I don't know if you can tell, but on the inside, it's the blue. So if you have to ship express versus just regular priority, then you could flip it inside out. That's why this one's wonky, because I did it to the blue side by accident first. So that was my tester one. And it's just a couple pieces of tape. You're good to go. Bring more than you think you need in your basic sewing kit. Yeah, that's a good point. Bring more needles than you think you need. Needles break. Bring a little bit more thread than you probably think. Scissors. Oh my gosh, don't forget your scissors, please. But don't bring gardening shears. Bring like, normal sewing scissors. Oh, great point. Refillable water bottle. They have turned on the water fountains, and some of the water fountains have the bottle filler thingamabobs. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You put the water bottle in and it automatically fills it for you. And then you can also go to places like Wreckers, I believe, and ask them to fill it. So water bottles, very, very good idea. Yes, we're trying to help you out here. I want you to buy as many things as humanly possible, Brittany. I'll make it easy on y'all. Kim Water, sure. Wink, wink. Oh, I love that that's Kim that's saying it. Pre-wind your bobbins. Oh, that's a really good point, Lisa. I like that one too. If you know what you're using for that class. Yeah, and bring extra bobbins just because it'll make it easier. Yeah, and no tin snips either. Yes. I can say, I don't know if it's every bag gets it, but there are some bags that have snips in it. Somebody donated snips as well. So if you really forgot them, there are snips in there. I think it was Jean. I'm gonna butcher her last name. Furze. I can't say her last name. I apologize. But Jean, she donated those. And Kat is available for maintenance issues. Kat is our round robin knack of many trades teacher who's in the So Magical Lounge. So if you're in the So Magical Lounge and you're finishing a project, but the teacher you had can't make it to help you, or if you just want to work on a random project and you want, some tips, tricks, or some little help or maintenance issues to get through, Kat was a sewing teacher in high school for high schoolers, not in high school, but so you can ask her for help and she'll be in the room. And we're going to have a whiteboard too outside the So Magical Lounge that says, like, as the there's a couple floating teachers who are going to come in at random times to help out or to help people finish projects from their classes if they didn't get them done. So as they come in, they're going to write their names on there and either write what they specialize in or what they're there to help for. And that way you can if you walk by, you want to kind of just see who's there, you can do that. And there's some really cool teachers. So I highly suggest you pick their brains. You can just say ADHD. Yeah, that too. Oh, great point. Wagons are great for getting all your stuff around. Wagons are really popular. We are not a show that states that you can't have them, so you can definitely bring those. There are elevators, escalators. You can bring your wagons on an escalator. I did clarify that with all three Gaylords, and all of them are very all about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, we love when people do that." I'm like, "Why?" They go, "It doesn't clog up our elevators and people don't complain about it." All right, cool. So if you're comfortable going up an escalator with a wagon, you're more than welcome to, they said. But there's stairs, escalators, and elevators. There you go. Yep. So is the convention area that this is being held in the very back of Gaylord? Technically, yes. Yeah, technically it is. I mean, if you're coming from the lobby, like say you valet parked, you would go from the front of the lobby through the atrium and the convention area is on the other side of that. If you're parking for the day, then you're going to park at the convention area parking and all our rooms are right there. Like as soon as you walk in, you go up an escalator or the elevator and our rooms are all right there. For Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, our vendor hall is when you walk in, you're going to go about 10 yards in exhibit hall. It's actually exhibit hall D Delta. And that's where vendor hall 2 is going to be located. So yeah, so it's technically the back of Gaylord. But it's much more convenient if you're parking for the day or if you're in Emerald Bay or coastal rooms. If you got kind of standard rooms, it might be a little bit of a walk, but it shouldn't be too bad. If you have to pare down thread colors, bring gray. Works with everything. Variegated rainbow helps too. That's true. Yeah. Standard size bobbins, any bobbin voice. Yes. Standard size bobbins. So whatever your machine needs. But yeah, if you're using the pace setter machines, you can go look, but those are kind of standard brother bobbins. You can go look at those if you want to bring some of your own bobbins ahead of time if you are renting a machine, because we do only give you one, and that is our bobbin. We do ask for it back. But no Bobbin Boy for Florida. Bobbin Boy is only coming out for Texas as of right now. I told him he should fly out to Florida so he can come hang out with us. He said maybe, but I don't think he will. Yep. Got a wagon at Walmart with a tailgate. Not kidding. I got the same one. It's really cool. It like folds down in the back and it's got like cup holders on the front. That thing is Mac Daddy. We used it for the beach once and that thing is amazing. I think we're gonna bring it to our room so I can haul instead of carrying my backpack down every day. I agree. Bob Boy should come to Florida. I think we should all put that request into him on Sunny Sewing Machines. If you don't know who Bob Boy is, that is Sam of Sunny Sewing Machines. They're the industrial folks that are going to be bringing machines to a classroom and the vendor hall for Sew Magical Expo Texas. And so it's going to be so fun. I can't wait for that. Oh man, I'm loving all the advice y'all are giving. It makes my heart happy. So not only are we going to be announcing Florida here very shortly for 2023 dates, I am going to be announcing one more Sew Magical at Sea for 2023. I'm not going to do it tonight. We're still nailing down a couple more things, but we are going to have a second Sew Magical at Sea with almost double occupancy than we had for the first one. And it's a little bit longer and it's going to be just as fun. And I think we already have maybe 1 or 2 teachers lined up for it. So we might put a Google Doc to see if anybody else is interested before we finalize all that. But pick me for C. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think we might do that one even just a tad bit different. You know, my friends that know I'm on a live who like messing with me because they know I don't know how to turn off the ding from my text messages on my phone or on my laptop. We need SME Denver. I mean, you never know what's in the works for 2024. I can't tell you the locations, but I can tell you we're going to add in 2024 a 4th Sew Magical Expo. But which location is to be determined. We'll see. But yes, I love SMAS. The next SMAS is going to be really fun. I'm really excited for the first one, but I was like, we can't wait for the first one to get done to plan the next one. We just got to get it out there. And because I know a lot of y'all were bummed. We sold out the first one within the first 30 to 45 minutes, I think it was. Okay, Lillian, the next one in chat is actually going to be next Thursday, not Friday. It's going to be next Thursday at 7, and it's going to be with Ray from Emporium Threads. I will get that loaded up tomorrow, but we're doing it on Thursday for a couple reasons, but I'm just not available that Friday. And we got to get these last couple of vendors out and Ray is a vendor and teacher as well. So that'll be really fun to get to talk to her, and she's going to show off a ton of her goodies and talk about her classes that she's doing. It's going to be a blast. All these vendor teacher spotlights are just super cool. Super fun. There you go. Okay. Wow, an hour 20. Look at that, y'all. Again, ask any questions you want. I agree. Ray is great, Lynette. So I will post up one of my favorite questions of all the wine and chats. Oh, Lillian, yes. I did see your message. I apologize. I haven't got back to you. But yes, we will talk about donation boxes at Wine and Chat. We are going to have a charity this year. And Lillian has been amazing in kind of running down all the details on what that looks like. And so, yes, great point. Next Wine and Chat, we will talk about that. And if you want to donate something and what is allowed and if it's made, what it looks like and all that, please join in on that. I think it's just a wonderful cause. And I think we might have potentially one more on top of it, but I'm going to work with Lillian in the next week to make sure we nail down those details. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's everybody working on? Good night, Lynette. All right. Lisa's working on class kits. That's good. Mustard seed wallet. I saw that pattern come out. It looks so stinking cute. I can't wait to see it. And also, as you're coming out with things and you're making things, please feel free to share them in the group. I love seeing them. It gets me inspired. It makes me happy to see everybody creating out there. So please, like, drop all the stuff. A tester bag. Ooh, Kathleen, you're doing a tester bag? Okay. Which one? I know you can't say, but still. Mini FPP sew along. Okay. We talked about this last time. It's paper piecing. French paper piecing? I know EPP. What is F? Is it French? Follow along paper piecing? Did we talk about FPP last time? Now I can't remember. Not going crazy. Definitely going crazy here, Cherish. I'm glad we could be helpful, Kathleen. Anything we can do to make things easier on everybody and get them as much information as they need. Lynette's working on things for SME. That's so vague. I think I get to see y'all next weekend, right, Lynette? I'm excited. Right now I'm knitting socks. You're knitting socks? That's super cool. It's going to get cold soon. There's been a nice, like, not chill in the air, but it's been cooler. It's less humid here in Florida. It's just so nice. Hence the reason why I'm wearing long sleeves and sweats. I like to be cozy. Constance is working on cutting out pieces to make stuff for the exchange. Very cool. I'm excited for all the exchanges. I love seeing pictures. I don't get to go to any of them. I get to run by them sometimes, but I love seeing everybody's photos of it afterwards. Or if you see me, show me what you got. I think it's really neat. That started in year one as a guest-led thing. That never came from me. That was something that you all wanted and put together, and whatever we can do to help facilitate it. But I will say Suzanne's working her tushy off, and Cherish has been helping her as well to make sure that all these exchanges and meetups are lined up really well, and that we have different volunteers that are running it. And Suzanne's told me that the volunteers who are running each of the meetups are going above and beyond. So thank you to everybody who's doing that. So if whoever that person is, when you go to it, tell them thank you for kind of putting a lot of this together. And if you have questions related to the meetups exchanges, send your note on over to Suzanne. She will be able to help you. Sorry, Suzanne, I'm sending more stuff your way. But I know a couple people were asking about, hey, I don't know what I signed up for, because our system wasn't built to add it to your account. It was just like, hey, I want to do this situation. But Suzanne, with the help of Cherish, has been putting together a spreadsheet of who's doing what and all that. So if you have those questions, flow it on over. Lillian, sorry, Constance, I used you as the guinea pig on exchanges. Lillian's working on her Oka Rudy exchange item. It's going to be so fun. The boozy bag for SME. Somebody asked me how we got away. If we can't have alcohol, how are we getting away with the boozy bag? I'm like, oh, good point. So let's try not to make the boozy bag too loud. But it is the fan favorite, and I know that one has been, like, everybody said that they have to have it for Texas and Tennessee too. I think it's really funny. And I don't even know who came up with that idea last year. I don't remember who it was. Was it Lindsay? I don't remember who it was. I'm working on my Oka Roots exchange. There's a lot of people in the Oka Roots exchange. And also got brand new Lynn's Handmade Designs patterns. Oh, I saw her new pattern that just dropped. It's so cute. I love how it could be a handbag or a crossbody. Very functional. Oh, thank you, Kathy. It's foundation paper piecing. Okay. We did talk about this last time. I can't remember these things. Kathleen's doing, oh, your tester bag is from Sew Yours. That's super cool. Okay, I need to be tagged in it so I can share. I like sharing when new patterns drop so that other folks can see it, because I don't always see these things. Yeah, you know me, FPP. I'm so behind in the comments. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. So by numbers. Yes, we did talk about this. Okay. Will the fabric be shipped out before? Yeah, I mean, I'm getting everything out in a week. I will close down the swag shop a week and a half, 2 weeks before. So we've got another 2 weeks before I shut down the shop, because I won't take orders if I'm not going to get it out in time, if that makes sense. And as of right now, we're not doing pickup at So Magical. just because we have so many items we're bringing, I don't want the potential for your item to get lost. I will say this though, everything that's in the swag shop will be physically there at So Magical. All the duckies, all the fabric, all the spirit jerseys, hoodies, t-shirts, joggers, all that will be in the swag shop at So Magical, and you can still customize it there. So if you wanted it to get it at So Magical and not get it shipped to you ahead of time, you're welcome to just wait till you get there. Oh, you won't be with her? I don't know. I just assume wherever Connie goes, I'm gonna get to see you too. Oh, okay. Well, I'll get to see Connie. I love seeing Connie too. That came out wrong. Sorry. Any hint on when we could book our rooms for Tennessee? We're hoping by next week, by end of next week, or early week after. We're still working with them on getting the proper links and everything lined up so it's very smooth for y'all. So that's still in works. We're trying to get there. I'll take the cool. I will take 36 degrees, Glenn. Please. I do not like the heat. I'm a Floridian though, so. Oh, and you're working on Guardians. Oh, I can't wait to see them all. Do we have a list of all the exchanges we signed up to do in case we went nuts? Yeah, so I don't know. Again, I'm catching up on the questions, but contact Suzanne and or Cherish, and they will get you what you're signed up for. We need a new name for the boozy bag exchange. Make it incognito. That's a good idea. The boozy bag exchange is not for drinking there, right? Yeah, no, that's just for a gift for later when you go home. What is Okla Roots? Okla Roots. So Jess Okla Roots is somebody who is on YouTube who does bag making and tutorials and a couple other things here and there. So she's pretty popular over on Instagram and YouTube. So I would suggest just looking up on those platforms, Okla Roots. I think she's got a Facebook page still too. Convertible, yes. You know what I mean. Suzanne, did you come up with a boozy bag exchange? You did run it last year. I don't remember who came up with the idea. Oh, look, y'all answered it for me. It was 90 degrees here in North Texas. But y'all get such cool mornings. It was so cool in the morning there, Cherish. Like, it was so nice. Kathy, I'm at a soccer game. It's 50 degrees. I wish it was 50 degrees here. We still go outside and sweat at night, but it's still cooler. You can feel it. It's crisper in the air. It's not you don't feel like you're swimming as much. All right. I did want to say for any of my Patreon friends on here, we are going to have one more Patreon Zoom call before we get to So Magical. Is this a bad idea? Who knows? We'll see. I might be up till 3 a.m. every day anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it'll be 10:25, our typical Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will get that up here in the next couple weeks, so y'all have the Zoom link. Somebody has asked me who are in Patreon, oh, do you record it so we can rewatch it? And for all those on Patreon with me, say it with me. What happens in Patreon stays in Patreon. I remember, I was at the So Magical family gathering at Sewing Studio, and we said it, and the entire room said it. It was hilarious. So, no, we do not record those. Anybody who's on those calls would not want those recorded. They are a fun time for us to hang out and have some drinks and kick back and work on stuff and just chat about whatever. It's not really while I do give some information drops here and there or sneak peeks of things, most of the time it's just hanging out and having fun and crying till we're laughing. It happens almost every Patreon, at least for me it does. So that's what those are. And if you're interested in, you don't have to be on the whole time. You don't have to get on exactly at 7:30 Eastern time. You can come on later. There's some nights we're on it until 2 a.m. Eastern time. So they're a lot of fun, and they're just a little bit different. So I like to put them on here. And if you're interested in when Patreon is, when we drop, I will say this, when we drop those Florida dates, we will not be dropping tickets. We're just going to tell you the dates, and then we're going to announce when we're going to have the tickets drop. And Patreon tiers do get first dibs to those tickets, certain Patreon tiers. So if you want to join, or if you're in it and you really want a VIP ticket, the VIP tickets for Florida went last time, I think in the top 2 or 3 tiers of Patreon. Like, it didn't go public. The VIP didn't, at least. And I try to be as careful as humanly possible to make sure that doesn't happen, but it did. There was an overwhelming response. So keep that in mind. There are still spots in Patreon that you can join and get those perks. There are some discounts available on tickets as well. And you have to be in those tiers for a certain amount of months in order to, you have to just, you can, let me phrase it. You can join the tier, and you just have to stay in that tier of Patreon for X amount of months in order to maintain that discount that you got and not be penalized for it or asked to pay a delta. So read through all that. Lots of information in there. It was wonderful to meet you too as well, Kathleen, last week. It was a hoot and a half. You and Susie were the giggle corner, and it was hilarious. Yes, Mariana, I'm so glad you finally made it on the Patreon. She got to hang out with us. She was the newbie on Patreon last time. It was so fun. Last chat, SME, before we all, we get all about get hype. Yeah. So that is all I had for tonight that I really wanted to go over. And I think I showed y'all everything I wanted to. I did have, where did it go? I did have one thing more I wanted to show you. I have mail opening stuff. So I was able to snag, since I don't have time to do mail openings right now, and I don't have too much mail coming in. And I know Michelle's schedule is crazy as well. Yes, Sewing Studio, look at their social media or their website. They did have some stuff in their store, 60% off because of the hurricane issues. So check that out. I don't have the exact details, but yes, they did say they had 60% off some of their stuff. Okay, but I did want to show y'all. I was able to snag from one of our vendors for Florida. So Awesome Supplies came out with a ambidextrous sewing mat, and she told me about this when she was coming up with the idea, because I think I've made it known in some form or fashion that I'm a lefty, and I get very frustrated with my cutting mat. I have a ruler on the other side of it because I'm left-handed. I don't know. I'm backwards, right? So, and how we see things and how we want to cut things. So she said, hey, I'm coming up with this idea for an ambidextrous cutting mat. I'm like, I love that. So I grabbed one. So she sent this over, and here it is. If you've seen it, I don't know the exact details. I was able to get one off of her a little bit early. It's really neat little logo she's got for it, and it does have fractions on it as well. It's got the dots, it's got the lines. She wrote me a little letter. These little labels she puts on it. Do you see this? She's you are so awesome, Fives. But look, it's got a So Magical Expo one. I know she got that inspiration off of New Moxie. New Moxie was doing that and shared it in our vendor Facebook group we have. And the other vendors ate it up and loved it. And so they were doing it as well. It's awesome. I love getting little, I won't read that one, but it is double-sided as well. So there's a blue side, and then there's like a purpley black one, which I really like as well. So you've got all that on there, and it is ambidextrous. So a lefty or a righty, it's meant for. And I just wanted to kind of show that off real quick. And the box it came in was really nice. Like my mat wasn't bent at all. I got one more thing. So when I was out in Texas last week, I went to a show. Lefties are the only ones in their right minds. I love it. That's so true. We really are. Lefties are not backwards. I agree, Lillian. We're the cool people. We're doing it the right way, even though we're lefties. Oh, there's my hair tie. So when we were out in Texas last week, we went to this one show called Impressions Expo, which is meant for like garment designers primarily. So multi-head, multi-needle embroidery machines, direct-to-film, white toner printers, direct-to-garment. There was a couple sublimation things there, things like that. But there is also a lot of apparel companies. And there's one apparel company. This is actually the company I have a wholesale account with that we get our Spirit jerseys from. But I got to touch and feel something else they had in their booth. And I had to snag these up for myself because I just wanted one really bad. Yes. So this is a hoodie. I haven't tried it on yet, so I don't know if it's true to size, but it's hibiscus. I had to have it. They had it in a gray, like a grayish tone. This is like a light blue. The camera's not doing it justice, but it's a light blue. They had a gray toned one, but they didn't have it in every size. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna get it and potentially run this for maybe the cruise people or something, or just for flirt, I don't know. But it's fleece lined on the inside. It's got the little things. I don't know. It's so stinking cute. So I had to grab one of these. And then there was one more that I saw that was really stinking cute. It's the same design. It's the same hoodie. Tape on it. But it's this. I feel like this pattern is very popular in the sewing community right now. So yes. Alma, you just got here. I was just showing off your mat. The awesome ambi mat. I was just showing it off and talking about it. It's super cool. And I just love how it accommodates me as Lefty. I haven't tested it out yet. It came in about 30 minutes before I got on the live. So I grabbed all the packages and came in. I'm like, oh, what goodies do I have I can show off? That's what it is. Yes. This one is so cute. And I know, I was thinking that, Lisa. I'm like, I wonder if people would actually like this or not. Because it's not a subtle one. It's like, it's there, but I really like it. So I don't know. I might toy with this and see if maybe I'll do like a last minute quick order. Maybe I'll do a quick ongoing pre-order on this. I feel like So Magical Expo could go across the back still. Yeah. So Magical Expo across the back and a thing on the front. What do you say? I don't know. This one's really cute too. So I was very excited. I had to grab those. There's a couple others that I'm going to order eventually and see if those will work out for some So Magical swag in the future. But for now, that was what I grabbed. How does it ship? Her mat, let me show you. You would think it's in a big box, right? I mean, the size of it is a big box. Ooh, let me not show my address. Not that half of y'all don't have it already, but it's very thin in profile. And so it came perfect. I mean, there's a dent in the middle, but this held up so nice. I didn't see any issues. I got mine. The UPS man delivered it for us. He is a man. So, so the UPS guy came by and he dropped it off with a ton of other packages. But yeah, it's the same size as the mat, but it was perfect. It didn't have any issues at all. So I might put it back in there until I'm ready to like go and test drive it because I want it to stay nice and flat and pretty. So I'm very excited to test that one out, Alma, and I'll share my opinions, I promise. How did I come up with the hibiscus for SMAS? So hibiscus is actually my favorite flower, and we have 4 hibiscus trees in our front yard, like in our front garden bed. When we moved in, there was only one, and I was like, I have to have more. So we went and bought a few more, planted them, and the only gardening I really like to do is take care of my hibiscus trees. And so I don't know, it was my favorite one, and it felt Florida to me, and I really wanted to incorporate the ducky. So I just half the time it's just like, hey, I want this, and I want these colors. And then these amazing graphic designers are the ones that are really creative and come up with things. So I did not design that. I just came up with general guidelines, and then the really cool creative people actually do it. Yes, Cherish, those hoodies are really pretty in person. And they're super soft. They're very soft, and they're more of like a lightweight hoodie. They're not heavy. Like our So Magical hoodies, those are fairly heavy. These are very lightweight, but they're still fleece lined, so they would be warm, but I could see wearing that without a shirt and being fine as well, and just having it on its own. So I'll test run one of those and see how I like it, if it's true to fit. I got the size I should be and the size I'm like I fluctuate between, and we'll see. I'm really big on it being like as true to size, because if it only goes up to like a 2 or 3XL, I want to have as much size inclusion as I can. And if I'm running a size or two small, then that's not fair to anybody who needs a larger size. So that's what we like to do. Have a good night, Lynette. Well, okay, I will wrap it up. Thanks, Lisa, so much for doing your vendor and teacher spotlight. I can't wait to see those lights in person. I know the cameras only do so much, and maybe we just make the vendor hall dark for you so you can show them off. Gonna get a little black box so you can show them off. The lights really good. I did see your lights before though in person, and they are really pretty. So I'm excited for it. I'm gonna have to snag myself up some as well. All right. Well, if y'all have any questions at all, please send an email to support@sewmagicalexpo.com, and we will get that answered. I know we were having a couple of issues with our email system recently, but it does look like it's been solved now. So if you did send an email in the past week or so, please resend it, or drop a message to myself or Cherish on Facebook, and we'll get the answered for you as soon as possible. Lots of information and messages coming in recently, so just bear with us as we're keeping up with all of y'all's lovely questions, and making sure you're taken care of. So I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I can't wait to see y'all in just a few weeks, and it's gonna be great. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.